Good. Ooh, God. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Well, I'm going to give people a chance to come on. Yep, I'm going to give people a chance to come on. I know everybody's probably home with the kiddos. Dyeing the Easter eggs, waiting for the Easter bunny to come. Well, not gonna be too long anyway. What was wrong? I'm gonna get precise and to the point. Can somebody please tell me what was wrong with Trump? They said he had a medical emergency. I wonder what it was. Was it a real emergency or did he just poop in his pants? That's what I'm wondering. Is did he poop in his pants? Shouldn't say that about our dear leader, but he gives off those vibes. I'll wait a few minutes. I'll give it 5 minutes, and then we'll talk about it. Not gonna talk about too much tonight, because I know everybody's busy getting ready for church tomorrow. Gonna show them Easter bonnets and them hats and stuff. All my babies are too big for that. Like my big baby got a birthday Tuesday, and I can't believe it, but he got one. Anyway, give it a couple of more minutes, about 2, 3 more minutes, and that's it. And then I'll come on. How was everybody's day today? My day was gorgeous. I let me see. I went out today, and when I left my house, it was rather cool, so I wore my lightweight winter jacket. And boy, I almost burned up because it went up to 80 degrees, and right now my house is steaming like I got the heat on, you know. And it's, you know, it was 80 degrees, and I had a winter coat. I looked real stupid. But I got to get a spring jacket, a little lightweight spring jacket, because this is crazy. It was 80 degrees. It was cold. It felt like winter last week. And now today you go out with a coat on. It was kind of windy, but it wasn't it wasn't it wasn't it was kind of windy, but it wasn't real cold. It was really nice out. It was 80 degrees today. You could walk around downtown with with no coat on and no problem, even when the wind blew. But yeah, it was nice, you know. So and so what I was saying before, it seems like somebody's in here and somebody's listening. So if you whoever's in the who's ever listening, if you care to comment after I say something, come up and talk with me. Doesn't matter. And for those of you who I have a channel, and for those of you who have not subscribed, if you like what you hear and you care and you want to and you care to subscribe to my channel, it's Things Worth Knowing at BIGGIRL underscore 72. So if you feel like, if you like what I say and you want to, and a donation would be appreciated. My Cash App is $pumpkinscat 72. And if you feel like you have a dollar, whatever you can give, I'm not putting no stipulation on it, because I need some help, because I really want to get this channel up and off the ground. I got so much I want to do. And right now, I'm in a financial straits right now. But even if you don't give, you're still welcome to stay. join my channel and stay and listen, and let's talk about it. Um, well, I was going to say, okay, now Donald Trump had an emergency, a medical emergency, right at the end of his one of his swearing-in sermon of Mehmet Oz. Yes, Dr. Oz has got a position in Donald Trump's cabinet. I am just too through with all these unqualified people in these positions I ain't never heard of, made up positions. I don't know what kind of positions they are, but Mehmet Oz has one. I don't know what it is because, to be honest with you, I haven't really cared about what it is. It, child, it's a mess. And I just read too, while I was waiting for everybody to come in, that five more states have said they're having measles outbreaks. That's ridiculous. And also, this is the killer for me. This is what got me. They took the records of Robert F. Kennedy Sr.'s assassination and put it out. You can literally read what they did after people saw it on TV. I was a teenager, but I saw it on TV. They played it on TV. Sirhan shot that man in the head. But the point that gets me is that his son is working in the White House. He got to be a cuckoo bird. Why would you let somebody put your parents' death out for everybody to see? Someone made a comment that worm ate his brain, that he ain't got it all there. And I thought that was kind of nasty of them to say, but I'm kind of believing it. Between that heroin and that brain, that worm in his brain, that parasite in his brain, yeah, boy ain't got no kind of sense. How he think his sisters and brothers feel? Because he do got some living brothers and he got some sisters. He's a disgrace to the Kennedy name. You know, they put his uncles out and they put his daddy's. I thought it was bad enough that they put his uncle's stuff out. Boy, his cousin Jack Schlossenberg, Caroline's son, that boy is going to go off because he don't mind cussing you out. And I can just hear it now. I can just hear him going. He does not mind cussing. So whatever he say to that nut, he deserves it. But anyway, that ain't what I got on here for. But that's just the afterthought about it. So anyway, Donald Trump got sick. And I'm just saying, was it a real emergency or did he poop on himself? Think about it. That's what I was wondering, because ain't nobody said what it is. Now, this is a medical emergency, and this was from the man who 3 days ago had perfect health. I know everybody can get sick. Anybody can get sick suddenly, but you got perfect health. Everybody, Biden was, what it is, he wasn't normal. He didn't have all his senses, but you got all yours. Ain't nothing wrong with you, but then you pop up with a medical emergency that ain't nobody talking about. Like I said, Michael calls him something von Schitzenpants, so I don't know. That was crazy. That was really, really crazy. To me, that's crazy. But anyway, Donald Trump is not the healthiest person in the world. He eats a lot of junk food. And for 78 years old, I mean, the man is almost 80. Come on. He don't like to give people breaks. but he didn't want to give Joe Biden a break. But hell, he ain't that much younger than Joe Biden, you know? He ain't that much younger than Joe Biden. What, he's 78? Or about to be 79, about to be 79 in June. We're going to have this big military parade. Have the military come and stand by him in front of him and salute him. I don't know. Man, I know them people in that military is be like, when is this nightmare gonna be over? You know. Then I'm just giving different, talking about different things. Um, Senator Chris Van Hollen, as y'all may know, went to El Salvador, and he actually talked to Abrigio Garcia. He spoke with him, and some Republicans, and I try not to know their names, and I should, and I'm gonna start writing their names down. He went and changed the thing on his there and said, and changed, instead of having Senator Van Hollen's name on his door, and he representing the state of Maryland, he he took it and had us sign it up, Senator Van Hollen, uh, something about he supports El Salvador, you know, and he's a human trafficker because he had some men in the car. He said he was taking them to see about a job. Um, and he said he was taking them to see a job. They said he was human trafficking because he had went and got some people from Texas to come back to Maryland to work. So that's crazy. That's a bunch of bull duty, if you ask me. The man was going about his business, getting people, who were here and could work, trying to get them jobs. So they said he was human trafficking. I mean, his case gets crazier and crazier. Then they said that, but then they're talking about he beat his wife. His wife didn't press charges. She didn't leave him. She didn't do nothing. He hit her. She had the baby. So now they want to deport him for that. When they said they sent him there for error, and now they're changing up the whole thing. It's just a big doggone mess. You know, it's just a big doggone mess. They change it. So you gotta go to prison for life because you beat your woman. Well, it's a whole bunch of them here that need to go. And there's probably some there in the White House, too, that need to go. And from what Mary Trump says, her grandfather, Fred Trump, won't all of that to his wife. And we all know Donald won't all of that because he got somebody, Marla Maples was pregnant with his daughter, and he got somebody else pregnant. It was just a mess. I didn't keep up with it because I ain't like stuff like that anyway. I ain't like stuff like that. But Donald Trump and them people, and Matt Gaetz, he wanted Matt Gaetz to be the Attorney General because he wanted Matt Gaetz to get up and go after him. Please, Donald. Please, 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 please. Man, and there. So it's just a mess. It's just a mess. The Supreme Court, though, is stopping him. It's stopping him with a whole bunch of his mess. Donald Trump he gave all him, he just signed stuff. I don't even think he know what he signed. I really don't think this man, somebody wrote it for me, he just signed his name. He signed everything. I have never seen a president in all my life since I've been following politics, really following it. And he got more executive orders that he done passed, but none of them are going nowhere because most of them are unconstitutional. I have been trying to find out what's going to happen if they have to impeach him. And they're going to have to either have the Secret Service or the U.S. Marshals or both to take him out because he ain't going nowhere. And them fools, or Lord, you're not supposed to call people fools, but them dummies is gonna stand there, and I guess they're gonna storm the Capitol again. This is just one hot doggone mess. That's all it is. It's just one hot doggone mess. And I looked up the process of um, why they cannot just go in and take him out right now. They say it's a process. They are working on impeaching Donald Trump, but it is a process from what I've read. And what I've read is the impeachment, the term impeachment, is nothing more than the, means nothing more than the term indictment means. So Donald Trump, if he's impeached, that means he's just what they say. I said, oh, he's just indicted. Then he has, um, which means, um, you know, then he has to have a Senate trial. He has to be tried in the Senate and found guilty. And Chief Justice John Roberts will be the one to preside over it. And I'm like, okay, that leads that that leaves a bitter taste in my mouth, kind of, because we all know what Donald. Well, I can't say this about John Roberts. Just when you think he won't do nothing, that he's a turd. Just when you think he's going to do Donald Trump's dirty work, he doesn't. He comes through. He goes to the other side. I do not think he will allow. I do not think if it comes down to the others impeaching Donald Trump, because I think Amy Coney Barrett will go with the Democrats, and I think if it comes down to it, John Roberts will break the tie and will impeach him. Now if he is impeached, that's where the trouble's gonna come in. Yep, that's where it's coming in, because you know John ooh, John they're gonna have to take him out. The Secret Service, once he's found guilty, the Secret Service will not take him out. They will go to J.D. Vance and start guarding him. Okay, they'll give him a chance and ask Donald Trump to leave. And then after that, what they'll do is they will, if he doesn't leave, I don't know what the time length is for him to leave, then they will have the U.S. Marshals escort him out. And if that doesn't work, then they will have the Secret Service. And if that doesn't work, then they have the U.S. Marshals. This is what I read, because I've never seen nothing like this before in my life. Never thought I would have to look something up like that. But anyway, it's just a mess. I'm just talking, in general. But I can't wait for this nightmare to be over. When is it going to be over? Folks, the only way we're going to end this madness is if we vote every one of his diehard fans, who, no matter what craziness this man does, how cruel this man is, that they don't follow him. For some reason, I don't understand why they're afraid of that man he looks like a walrus, an overweight walrus. Hey, hi, how are you? Kendall's. All right, you're from Yo-Yo's channel. So yes, we're gonna grow together. But yeah, Donald Trump. I'm talking about a whole bunch of stuff. I started talking off about my grandbabies, but I'm gonna change the title on this when we're finished. But anyway, you know, this It's just a mess. I mean, every night it gets worse and worse and worse. So we're gonna see. Anybody have anything they want to say? Feel free to come up and say it. I don't have no problem with nobody, speaking or chatting or asking a question. The only thing I say is be respectful. You know, everybody has an opinion, and my opinion isn't always right. Isn't always right. So I'm good too, honey. I'm really good too. I'm hot. It was extremely hot. We went straight from winter to summer. We went straight from winter to summer. I went out today and I wore a coat, a winter coat. It was cool when I left in the morning, and before I could get home, it was 80 degrees. I almost had a heat stroke. I'm trying to find a nice winter, lightweight winter jacket. But I say winter, but I mean lightweight spring jacket. But honestly, I haven't found any, so you know, so I haven't found any. So maybe I'll get a hoodie, a button-down hoodie. You know, a zip-up hoodie. I said a button-down hoodie, but I mean I'll get one of them because I can't be going nowhere and about to faint and carrying on. So, in there. You have anything, anybody have anything they want to talk about? 'Cause I didn't mean to stay on here this long. I really didn't. I'm burning up right now. But anyway, I got some laundry in the downstairs where I live at in the laundry room. I need to go there so I can dry my clothes. But I'll be back. I will be back. I'll probably wait. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow. I'd love to see if any of you have children, especially little girls. I love to see children dressed on Easter, especially the little girls, especially if they have the cute little dresses and have their hair fixed nice. So, anyway, I'm going to end this, and everybody have a happy Easter until we meet again. Thank you for coming, Kendall. Oh, yes. You are Kendall from Yo-Yo, aren't you? I'm sure you are. I subscribe to your channel, I believe, but I'll check and see. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye. Oh, so you are from her. All right. Have a good evening, honey.